Tonight on News Prime, Tinubu appoints Taibei as Director General for China-Nigeria Strategic Partnership. On the business, Nigerian Port Authority plans the port inventory to tackle emission. On the foreign scene, Pope seeks ceasefire in Lebanon. On the sport, fever bans Argentina goalkeeper Martinez. Hello and welcome to all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomstars. We begin tonight by telling you organizers of the Fearless October 1st protests have declared that the police, Department of State Services and the military will not stop them from embarking on the demonstration as planned. The organizers have also written to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Betukun, to request security during the demonstration, noting that the protest is a fundamental right they will not submit to any state agent. The National Coordinator of the Take It Back movement, Joan Sanyolu, and Director of Mobilization of the group, Damilola Denola, said mobilization efforts had begun, adding that Nigerians were mobilizing from different parts of the country for the protest. President Bola Tinubu has appointed Mr. Joseph Taibei as Director General and Global Liaison for the Nigeria-China Strategic Partnership, following the agreement reached during Tinubu's visit to China in early September 2024. This was disclosed in a statement released by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. The statement noted that Taibei, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, would immediately submit a strategic action plan to enable Nigeria to benefit from the agreement between the two countries in Beijing. President Bola Tinubu has submitted names of 7 inaugural governing board members of the Northwest Development Commission to the Senate for confirmation. The presidency announced these in a statement signed by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. The statement said, followed President Tinubu's signing of the Northwest Development Commission bill into law on 24 July, marking a crucial milestone in the establishment of the commission. And now, in a move to enhance public safety and mitigate fire disasters in the Federal Capital Territory, the President, through the leadership of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, is set to launch an innovative fire emergency monitoring gateway in the territory. The development is due to incessant cases of fire incidents in Abuja, particularly in open markets, which have devastated properties and livelihoods. And this was disclosed in a statement signed by the Chief Operating Officer of Prime Alert Secure Limited, Mr. George Tiga, in Abuja. Nigeria is set to host key stakeholders from Economic Community of West African States to address the security challenges hindering farming and agricultural production across the region. The Director General of the ECOWAS Food and Cultural Festival, Felix Nyore, revealed this. ECOWAS Food and Cultural Festival is scheduled to take place in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State from 6 to 11 October 2024. He also stated that the festival will bring together key players from the food security and the security sectors to propose solutions to the challenges affecting farming and agricultural production in Nigeria and other West African countries. The Edo State government has alleged that reinstated Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu has perfected plans to invade the State Government House on Monday to enforce his reinstatement. The state government noted that a stay of execution appeal had been filed challenging the earlier ruling by Justice James Omotoshe of the Federal High Court in Abuja. A statement released by the Special Advisor to Edo State Government, Crusoe Zagia, called on the Inspector General of Police, Olukayode Betukun, and well-meaning Nigerians to dissuade Shaibu from alleged plot. The lawmaker representing Borno's South Central District in the National Assembly, Alin Dume, has expressed concern over the high level of corruption in Nigeria, describing it as a significant challenge facing the nation. Dume made these statements during an interactive session with journalists, saying the major challenge in the country is corruption. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has urged the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to immediately enforce the court judgment ordering INEC to prosecute cases of bribery involving state governors, the deputies, and other electoral offenses committed during the 2023 general elections. In a statement released by SERAP's Deputy Director, SERAP says the recurring cases of electoral bribery and violence make the mockery of Nigeria's electoral process and a participatory democracy. The latest allegations of electoral offences in Edo State show that INEC has learned little or nothing from the well-documented problems during the 2023 general elections. United Nations Children's Fund has urged state government in northern Nigeria to invest more in children to check child poverty in the region. UNICEF Social Policy Specialist in the Kano Field Office, Mrs. Fatima Musa, made the call at the media dialogue in Zaria. She said Nigeria's multidimensional poverty index revealed that across the geopolitical zones in the country, the northeast and northwest have higher poverty ratio with 90% compared to the southeast and the southwest with lower poverty respectively. The federal government has declared Tuesday, October 1st, 2024 a public holiday to commemorate the nation's 64th Independence Day. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ajo, made the declaration on Saturday on behalf of the federal government in a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Magdalene Ajani. Tunji-Ajo congratulated Nigerians at home and abroad on the occasion and praised the patient and hardworking Nigerian men and women, stating that the sacrifices will not be in vain. He reiterated the need for Nigerians to reflect on the labor of the heroes past and be inspired for the tasks ahead. And now the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, has donated 20 million naira to families of 5 police officers who died in car accident while returning to Kano from the just concluded Edo governorship elections. While condoling families and the entire people of Bichi, Ganduje expressed shock and sadness over the death of the 5 officers. Global TV correspondent Idris Jibrin was there and now has a report.
In company of the state chairman of the APC and other top political leaders of the APC, Ganduje arrived Beach Central Mosque to condole the families of the affected police officers.
Those who suffered serious injuries, we have given them each 1 million naira. Those who lost their lives, we have given their families 2 million naira each. This is just to reduce their hardship.
Beyond this is to equally support widows of the deceased and those who were injured during the accident. According to Ganduje, the accident was a sad moment not only to the police force, but to him personally and the nation in general. Hence the need to be with these families in grief.
Most importantly is the prayers that are offered and the prayers that we continue for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give them a Jannah Firdaus. Therefore,
a total of 15 officers, all attached to Bichi Police Division, were involved in the crash, 5 of which lost their lives, while 10 are currently receiving treatment. I was actually sleeping when the accident happened. I woke up and saw myself in the hospital, but I thank God. You can see I did not sustain too much injury, but I am feeling better. I was awake when the incident happened, when the accident happened, but I can't remember anything. I only woke up and saw myself in the hospital, and you can see the bruises in my body. But we all thank God to be among those who survived this accident. Meanwhile, Ganduje personally donated 2 million naira to the 5 family members, while 10 others who sustained various degrees of injuries were given 1 million naira each. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television.
And hundreds of residents of Bichi local government here of Kano State on Saturday turned out to receive the national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, was in Bichi to sympathize with the victims and families of affected police officers who were involved in the accident on their way back to those states. Now, the National Association of Government, General and Medical Dental Practitioners has raised concern over the current doctor-to-patient ratio in Kano State, threatening to embark on strike on October 1. The Secretary of the Association in Kano, Dr. Anas Idris, made this known while addressing newsmen on the outcome of its meeting. He stated that despite reaching an agreement with the Kano State government in June, the government adhered to respond to its demands, including hazard allowance, especially the post-COVID-19 hazard allowance, which had been paid by the federal government since 2021, but was yet to be paid by the state government. The Dr. Nas further mentioned that newly employed medical doctors who were hired by the state government in September 2023 had not been paid their salaries. The Ogun State Police Command on Sunday confirmed that a 35-year-old zoo worker at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, Abeokuta, Babaji Daule, was on Saturday killed by a lion. A spokesman for the State Police Command, says Omotola, discloses in a statement sent to journalists on Sunday. The Bauchi state-born lion handler was said to have forgotten to secure the locks and barricade the lion's enclosure before approaching the cage to feed the animal. The Kogi State Commissioner of Police, Bertrand Honoro, has advised those planning to stage a protest on October 1st to reconsider and give the government more time to address the nation's economic challenges. The Commissioner made this appeal during an engagement with the executive of Take It Back Movement Kogi State Chapter at the command headquarters in Lokoja. A statement issued in the early hours Sunday, September, by the Public Relations Officer of the Police, William Ayer, stated that the Commissioner of Police advised the group to reconsider their planned protests and give the government more time to fix the economy of the country. Another party faced the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party in Benue State has deepened as the party stakeholders known as G14 now informed the former governor of the state, Senator Gabriel Suzwan, to resign his membership if he so desired. The G14 was formed in 2015 and comprises PDP elders in 14 local government areas of the Tiv ethnic bloc in the state, with the former governor Gabriel Suzwan being a co-chairman of the group. A former governor had a party stakeholders meeting held in Makovi within the week announced that he had disbanded the group and promised to replace it with another group to be known as caucus members of the party, with its members to cut across the state. The decision of the former governor to disband the G14 may not be unconnected with the crisis of supremacy between him and his successor. The Borno State Flood Relief Distribution Committee has initiated the verification process for over 7,000 victims affected by the recent flooding in Limanti ward within the Madugri Metropolitan Council. The exercise is being conducted at Abubakar Abin Gabi Primary School. This marks the second verification effort following the earlier assessment in the Gwange one where Governor Babagana Zulum launched the distribution exercise. As part of the process, the name of those impacted have been publicly displayed at the district head's palace for verification and feedback. Our engineer Adedomola Kuti has hosted a joyous retirement celebration to mark the end of his illustrious tenure as the Director of Highways, where he was in charge of materials and geotechnics and quality control in the Federal Ministry of Works. Sharon Ajay has the details.
It was indeed a beautiful retirement celebration where family and friends gathered to celebrate the retirement of the celebrant. Music, dance and merriment turned the air at the event. In his remarks, the celebrant, engineer Adedamola Kuti, attributed his profession and career successes to God's faithfulness and grace. He further thanked his colleagues and loved ones for their support during this 35-year journey.
There were very, very tough times. But to God be the glory that at the end of the day, one was able to come out.
Family, colleagues and associates on Engineer Kuti's remarkable achievement, sharing in the joy and excitement of this milestone.
We are not celebrating death, but we're celebrating life. We're celebrating fulfilling years. So we are really grateful to God.
He's a man who works with passion. He does the work with passion without compromising quality standard.
So glory be to the Almighty God that he is being able to achieve that limelight.
The highlight for me was the gratefulness and gratitude that everybody displayed, himself, the family, our family, his friends, his colleagues, just to thank God for a day like this.
It is an end to a new beginning for him in the mighty name of Jesus. God will start new thing in his life.
From far and near, colleagues and friends and well-wishers gathered to honor the remarkable career of engineer Adedamola Kuti. The atmosphere was filled with joy and jubilation of the celebration of his distinguished retirement. Having served as Director of Highways, Material Geotechnics and Quality Control at the Federal Ministry of Works in Abuja, Engineer Kuti leaves behind a legacy of excellence excellence and dedication. It was indeed a fitting tribute to a man whose contributions to the national infrastructure will be remembered for years to come. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
And now the Lagos State Police Command said it has begun the trial of 4 police officers accused of extorting 1 million naira from 3 members of the National Youth Service Corps in Surulere area of the state. An ex-user Aloyemi Fasibe shared that the officers from the Area C Police Command allegedly extorted the sum of 1 million naira from 3 members of the National Youth Service Corps, which was gathered that car members were stopped along the expressway before a group of officers surrounded their vehicle and started conducting a search. An argument ensued between the car members and officers before the vehicle was driven to Area C Police Station, where the extortion was said to have taken place. Kano State government indicated its commitment and willingness to strengthen symbiotic relationship with India toward the socio-economic development of the state. Sanusi Bature, spokesman for Governor Abba Yusuf, made this disclosure via a statement. According to the statement, Governor Yusuf made the remark while receiving the Indian High Commissioner to Nigeria, Shriji, who called on him at the Government House in Kano State. Vice President Kashim Shettima on Sunday returned to Abuja after attending the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States. According to a statement issued by spokesman San Stanley Nkocha, the Vice President who represented President Bola Tinubu at the meeting presented Nigeria's national statement at the general debate. You're watching the news Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Prime returns, Israel claims responsibility for killing of ex-Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. And others, details of these and more after this short break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on News Prime. And now, the Nigerian Railway Corporation has announced plans to investigate allegations of ticket racketeering involving some officials on the Abuja-Kaduna train service. The corporation's Deputy Director of Public Relations, Yakub Mahmood, disclosed these in a statement issued in Abuja. Mahmood revealed that some officials have been exploiting passengers' difficulties with the online booking platform to engage in ticket racketeering. The statement says the information reached the management of the NRC regarding passengers' difficulties in obtaining tickets online, leading to ticket racketeering on the Abuja-Kaduna train service in recent times. Now to business, the Federal Allocation Accounts Committee has deducted 622.75 million in 15 months to repay loans disbursed to the farmers under the Anchor Borrowers Program. The Anchor Borrowers Program of the CBN was established in November 2015 to create economic linkages between smallholder farmers and anchors. According to the Federal Accounts Allocation Committee Revenue Disbursement Report obtained by the media, the government deducted 45.52 million naira every month from May 2023 to July 2024, totaling 622.25 million in 15 months. However, the repaid amount remains insignificant to the outstanding payment of 450.90 billion naira owed to the CBN as of March 2024. Determined to consolidate ongoing effort at supporting the growth of small businesses, Nigeria's First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has provided financial support to 1,000 women PD traders in the 23 local government areas of Rivers State. Senator Tinubu is the national chairman of Renewed Hope Initiative, whose auspices the grant were coordinated. Wife of the Rivers State Governor, Lady Valerie Fubaro, is also the coordinator of the Renewed Hope Initiative in the state, presented checks to the 1,000 beneficiaries who received 50,000 naira each at the banquet hall of Government House in Port Harcourt. The Poultry Association of Nigeria, Lagos State, has recommended diversification and efficiency measures to address the sector's challenges which hamper food security and sustainability. The Parkland chairman, Mayuri Yola, called for collective action to safeguard the future of the poultry farming during the association's conference held on Wednesday in Lagos, and with the theme Poultry Association of Nigeria and Pathway to Food Security and Sustainability. The Nigerian Port Authority has developed a port emissions inventory aimed at tracking and reducing greenhouse gas emissions across the country's port activities. The Managing Director of NPA, Abubakar Dantashe, commented on the development recently in Lagos at the 2024 World Maritime Day with the theme Navigating the Future with Safety First. That show, who was represented by the Executive Director of Engineering and Technical Services, Ibrahim Omar, warned that the growing international maritime trade, accounting for roughly 3% of global emissions, presented environmental and economic risks for Nigeria if not addressed. Head out to the foreign scene tonight. Pope Francis called for an immediate ceasefire in Madrid, Lebanon, and the wider Middle East on Saturday as he ended a three-day visit to Belgium, calling on all parties to immediately cease fire in Lebanon. In Gaza, the rise of the Palestine and Israel, Argentina and Portiv had 7 told an open-air mass in Brussels as Israel continued to target the Hezbollah armed group in Lebanon. And our Israel military said on Sunday its airstrike on the Beirut that killed Hassan Nasrallah also eliminated another 20 Hezbollah members as its forces kept pounding the Lebanon. He said more than 20 other terrorists of the firing ranks were present when Friday's airstrike killed Nasrallah, an attack that dealt the Iran-backed armed group a simic blow. Israel also said Nabil, a member of the Hezbollah Central Council, was killed in a strike on Saturday, adding that jets continue to hit thousands of targets around Lebanon. And above on the international scene, at least 43 people have died and millions left without power as Hurricane Helene rolled through the southeastern U.S. Officials continue daring rescues with boats, helicopters, and large vehicles to help those stranded in the flood waters, including about 50 workers and patients who crowded on the roof of a flooded hospital. It was the most powerful storm on record to hit the Florida's Big Bend and move north into Georgia and the Carolinas after making landfall overnight. Nestled in the mountains of Indian-administered Kashmir, Shopia, and once a hotbed of militancy sees as a steady stream of voters are entering a polling booth. The former state of Jammu and Kashmir, now divided into 2 federally administered territories, is holding its first assembly election in a decade. A third and the last phase of voting is on Tuesday. The result will be declared on October 8th. That since the 1990s, and harmed the Secretary's insurgencies against the Indian role in the region has unclaimed thousands of lives, including those of civilians and security forces. On the sports tonight, Argentina's World Cup winning goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez has been banned for 2 matches by FIFA for offensive behavior. The Argentine Football Association announced on Saturday the 32-year-old Aston Villa star was also found guilty of violating principle of fair play in 2 separate episodes. Martinez was found to have violated FIFA's code of conduct when holding a replica of the Copa America trophy to his groin after the World Cup qualifier win over Chile on September 5th. It is not the first time Martinez has performed such an action, having also drawn out with the Golden Glove trophy for the best goalkeeper. Victor Osimhen finally opens his Galatasaray's account, netting twice in a thrilling 3-3 draw against the Kasımpaşa in Turkish Super League match day 7 fixtures at the Rams Park. The reigning African footballer of the year had endured a 3-game goal drought since joining the Turkish Giants on loan from Napoli earlier this month, but finally emphatically announced his arrival with a quick-fire double within the opening half hour. And as we end the news prime on Global Television, here is a look at some of our top stories. President Tinubu has appointed Taibei as Director General for China-Nigeria Strategic Partnership. Nigeria Port Authority has unveiled plans for port inventory to tackle the emission challenge. Pope has sued for ceasefire in Lebanon on the foreign scene. On the sport, FIFA has placed a ban on Argentina goalkeeper Martinez. And that's a package on News Prime coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV, channel 365 and Star Times, channel 276 and free-to-air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTV NG. My name is Edikan Mike. Many thanks for joining us on News Prime. See you again.